Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with Spellbinders Week. And wait till you see this week. We've had some awesome fun with some things, so stay tuned. First up is the card kit of the month for March, and it is called Happy Skies Ahead. So let's go through what you're going to get. You're going to get your 8 card bases with your 8 envelopes, a pack of, I'm going to call them copper confetti sequins. You get your double-sided tape and your double-sided foam squares, which is nice because you can use that entire square if you cut it up. You get 5 different colors of cardstock cut into 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch pieces, which will fit your standard A2 size card front. And then your pattern paper, you have 1 sheet of each of these beautiful designs. They're just, let's get into spring. How about it? And this kit certainly does that with all the beautiful pinks and blues and yellows and oranges and of course florals. And we've got some fruit going on here. You're also going to get some chipboard stickers. You will get some puffy sentiment stickers. You will also get some letter chipboard stickers, and they've got a copper gold going through them on an angle. And then, of course, you all know my favorite part, the die cut pack. Again, beautiful colors, bright rainbows and fruit and buildings and pastries and florals and all that fun stuff is in there. So let's get started on our first card. All my base pattern paper pieces are cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just had fun cutting shapes. I usually do not measure my pieces. I'll cut my pattern paper first, and then I'll say, okay, what size is this? Then I'll cut for my mat in the back. Or I will just take that piece that I cut from the pattern paper and put it onto the solid cardstock and cut around it. You don't always have to be bogged down by measuring. Let's have some fun and create some beautiful cards. So on top of this green plaid shape or design, I'm adding some floral images. I'm going to prop up the center one. So I created kind of a wreath, was not worried for it to be a perfect circle. I'm going to add some double-sided foam squares from the kit, and I'm going to set that right in the center. And it'll hide that center piece. I'm going to add one of those puffy sentiments off of the top corner. In the center of each of the flowers, I'm going to add some of those confetti sequins. I call them confetti sequins because they don't have the hole like a sequin usually does. These are solid. So these are also great for shakers, if you want to make a shaker card or anything your heart desires. For our next card, I'm going to put down my pattern base again onto my card front. And I'm going to create a bright green mat to this floral. I thought it just really made the floral stand out. I'm going to set it a little bit differently, going across the front of the card from side to side. And then just having fun with collaging. For those of you that have been here for a while, you know I love to collage. That is my favorite thing when it comes to this kit. It's how I am inspired by this kit. I just love to layer, create those elements that either match. In this case, it's a bunch of sweets and drinks. Who doesn't love all of that? Yay. And just placing them around, but making sure that they're set out so that they'll stand out so that you can see that it is sweets on top of that floral. I'm going to add another puffy sentiment across the top of that as well. For this one, I just loved the shades of blue in the card and with that pattern paper. It's like a powder blue. Created another matte segment, and I pushed that towards the bottom of the card. I have that rainbow and I thought it was adorable. I'm going to tuck the bird behind that so it looks like the bird is coming out from the clouds. And you can do that with your die cuts. You can make them look like anything that you would want to have them look like. So just playing around with those shapes, covering up the bottom of the bird, and I'm going to put my sentiment right in that cloud. This is where the awesomeness started on the kids. So totally forgot to hit the record button. I used the numbered chipboard pieces and the sentiments that came off of that, added those adorable ladybugs, that's what I'm going to call them, all throughout, and just simply put on the top, enjoy this. So it's an any occasion type card. Oh, there will be more. Here we go. We're going to put our base down again. I have a strip of the bright pink cardstock, and I'm just going to set that down to one side, and I have a piece of pattern paper that I've cut, and I'm just going to set that off to the side of that. Fell in love with this little teacup, but I'm going to add one of the houses to the back, and then the other taller house to the other side, and then we're going to add a newspaper and a stamp, and then finally our sentiment. Again, collaging is wonderful with this kit. Everything, remember, a kit is built to match. A kit is built for everything to go together. So grab any of those die cuts that you enjoy and any of the cardstock or pattern paper, and it will match for you. It's the beauty of a kit. Fell in love with all these little smiley faces. I have another layered pattern piece and some great words going across that. I'm going to set that down towards the right. I'm going to add some balloons, and then I'm going to grab the die cut with the sun, add some birthday candles down below, and then set that right in behind the birthday candles. And you can see I sometimes, usually, well, most likely, I have extra die cut pieces. And for those that I don't use, I just put them back in my pack for other cards. And here we go again. Yeah, I was having a rough time with the record button. Had a lot of fun, grabbed all of the different fruits, even a little bit of an ice cream cone there, and just set up an explosion of a collage coming off of those strawberries. I do apologize for that, guys, but it is pretty much the same as I'm putting all of these together. I'm telling you, it was a time, and you will see that. But I like to show you, not the imperfections of not hitting the record button, but I do enjoy showing you the imperfections. You know, yes, there are so many YouTube creators out there, and yes, I am definitely one of them. I make mistakes. And you'll see that. I'm telling you, stay tuned. It's going to be fun with the voiceovers. I'm using this layered chipboard piece, and I'm going to prop the center up. So I am placing my double-sided foam squares right onto that sticky part, and I'm going to set that right into the center. Fell in love with that beautiful butterfly, and since I raised that up, I'm able to tuck that butterfly bow. It's a bow. Yep, we're having problems with this too. Tuck that right underneath the center, and I added a camera and the radio. So here are the cards that we made in a regular speed now. I do hope you enjoy watching the collages come back, how they form. You can do this. I get so many comments that say, I don't know how you just collage those pieces together. I just group like to like. So you can see I have all florals on one and all treats on another. This one was just a bunch of numbers and sentiments coming across it. Try to group your die cuts that way and have fun with your collage. The product that I use, the Spellbinders Card Kit, will be listed down below along with their shop and also their gallery so that you can be inspired by others and what they've created. I'll also have the link to this club and also all of their other clubs as well if you wanted to check them out. They have so many available and they keep coming out with new ones. Who knew? If you have a question, make sure you leave that down below as well. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. I'd love to have you here. But most of all, remember what is most important for me. Always be creative and enjoy your art. Talk to you then.